आज मैं आपके लिए लेके आया हूँ 100 MCQ क्लास 10 का कंट्रोल एंड कोऑर्डिनेशन चैप्टर बायो से, जो कि बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है आपके 2027 के एग्जाम के लिए। चलिए स्टार्ट करते हैं। सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन, द प्राइमरी फंक्शन ऑफ कंट्रोल एंड कोऑर्डिनेशन इन लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म इज टू, ठीक है। ऑप्शन सी, रिस्पॉन्ड अप्रोप्रिएटली टू इन्वायरमेंटल चेंज, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग मूवमेंट इज डिपेंडेंट ऑन ग्रोथ, germination of the seed? Okay, now next question, which movement is not associated with growth? Option C, a cat running after a mouse. The basic sequence involved in control and coordination is option B, stimulus, receptor or response. Question number 5, which tissue mainly provide control and coordination in animals? Option C, nervous tissue. Information from environment is detected by ऑप्शन बी, रिसेप्टर, ठीक है। क्वेश्चन नंबर 7, गस्टेटर रिसेप्टर आर रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर डिटेक्टिंग टेस्ट, ओके। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, olfactory receptors help us to detect smell. In a neuron, information is first received by dendrites, ठीक है। The electrical impulse in neuron travel from dendrite cell and axon, ठीक है। ऑप्शन सी इज द राइट आंसर। द गैप बिटवीन टू न्यूरॉन इज कॉल्ड स्नैपेस, ठीक है। द ट्रांसमिशन ऑफ नर्व्स इम्पल्स अक्रॉस अ स्नाइपेस occur through C, chemical substances. The junction between a neuron and muscle fiber is called neuromuscular junction, ठीक है। ऑप्शन बी। Next question number 14, nervous tissue is mainly composed of neurons. Which of the following is an example of reflex action? Pulling the hand away from hot object. Option C, तुरंत रिफ्लेक्शन होता है। जैसे आप हॉट ऑब्जेक्ट को छुए, आपका हाथ क्या हो गया, जस्ट से पीछे खींचे आप उसको। रिफ्लेक्स एक्शन आर मेनली कंट्रोल्ड बाय स्पाइनल कॉर्ड। ऑप्शन सी, रिफ्लेक्स आर्क हेल्प्स एन ऑर्गेनिज्म टू respond quickly to harmful stimuli. During the reflex action, the sensory neuron carry impulse from receptor to spinal cord. Option B is the right answer. The motor neuron carries impulse from C, spinal cord to effector. Yani option C is the right answer. In the reflex arc, the effector is usually muscle or gland. Even the reflex action is controlled by spinal cord. The information also reach the option C, brain. कहाँ तक पहुँचता brain? Which part of the nervous system consists of the brain or spinal cord? B, central nervous system. Option B is the right answer. Cranial nerves arise directly from the brain. The main thinking part of the human brain is cerebrum, ठीक है। forebrain भी बोलते हैं इसको, cerebrum. Question number 25, voluntary actions such as writing, speaking are mainly controlled by forebrain. Okay, 25 question आपके complete हुए. Now question number 26, which part of the forebrain receives sensory impulse from different receptor? B, sensory area. Option B is the right answer. The association area of the forebrain is responsible for interpreting sensory information. Option B is the right answer. The sensation of feeling hungry or full is mainly associated with hypothalamus. Option B is the right answer. Which part of the brain controlled by involuntary action like salivation and vomiting? 29 का आंसर सी, medulla oblongata, ठीक है। Which of the brain part help maintain the posture of the body balance? Cerebrum. Riding a bicycle smoothly mainly depend on the proper functioning of the cerebellum, ठीक है। यहाँ भी cerebellum pronunciation थोड़ा मिस्टेक हो गया। The human brain is protected by, human brain किससे protected है भाई? skull से। Option B is the right answer. The fluid surrounding the brain mainly act as shock absorber. The spinal cord is protected by, स्पाइनल कॉर्ड किससे प्रोटेक्टेड है? वर्टिब्रल कॉलम. मसल्स मूवमेंट अकर बिकॉज मसल फाइबर. ऑप्शन बी इज द राइट आंसर, चेंजिंग देयर शेप एंड शॉर्टन. Which protein is responsible for muscle contraction? कौन से protein? Muscle protein that change the shape. Which type of muscles work under conscious control? Voluntary muscle. Which part of the, option C is the right answer, which part of the immediate movement when touches? कौन सा होगा? Option A, B, C, D. Option C, mimosa pudica. Folding of mimosa leaf is growth independent movement. Plant communicate information from one cell to another through, किससे plant communicate करता है? Electrical chemical signal. Plant do not possess nervous tissue. During the movement of mimosa leaf, plant cell change their shape mainly by, किससे shape change होता है? B, changing water content. Tendril coil around a support due to unequal growth on opposite side. Option B is the right answer. 44. The movement of the tendril around the support is mainly response to touch. Option B is the right answer. Directional growth of the plant in response to stimuli is called tropism. Shoots bend toward light due to positive phototropism. Roots generally show positive geotropism. Growth of pollen tube, the oval, is an example of chemotropism. Growth of root toward water is called hydrotropism. Which statement is correctly compare electrical impulse and hormones? Option B is the right answer. Electrical impulse are the faster while hormones act more slowly and can reach the many cells. 51. Which of the following is a main mode of chemical coordination in plant? Hormones. Option B is the right answer. 52. Plant hormones are generally synthesized at place away from where they act. Option B is the right answer. Which plant hormone promotes cell elongation in shoot? Auxin. Auxin is mainly synthesized in, auxin कहाँ बनता है? Shoot tips पे. Which light falls from one side of plant and auxin accumulate on the, 55 का आंसर क्या होगा? बी, साइडेड साइड. आप जब हम क्वेश्चन पढ़ते हैं तो आप भी गेस किया करो, मतलब आपको पता है तो आप बताए, सोचो कि आपकी तरफ से कौन सा ऑप्शन राइट होगा. 56. Due to unequal distribution of auxin, the shoots bend. B, toward lights. Which plant hormone mainly promote stem elongation? Gibberellian. Option C is the right answer. Cytokine are mainly responsible for cell division. Cytokinin are found in higher contraction in fruit and seeds. Which plant hormone inhibited growth? ऑप्शन कौन से होंगे 60 के? डी, ABA, FC6 एसिड. ठीक है. Wilting of leaf commonly associated with abscessus acid. Which hormone prepared? Option C is the right answer. Which hormone prepares the body for emergency, fight or flight? Adrenaline. Adrenaline is secreted by adrenal gland. Adrenaline is released directly into blood. During emergency, adrenaline causes the heart to beat fast. During the action of adrenaline, blood supply to skeletal muscles. Option C is the right answer. Blood flow to the digestive system during an emergency decreases. Adrenaline increases breathing rate mainly by stimulating the diaphragm and rib muscle. Option B is the right answer. ठीक है. The endocrine gland या endocrine system mainly consists of endocrine glands. Which glands acquire iodine for synthesis of its hormone? Thyroid gland. Okay. Iodine is essential for the production of thyroxine. Okay. Option B is the right answer. Deficiency of the iodine may lead to goiter. ठीक है. Thyroxine mainly regulates carbohydrate, protein and fat metabolism. Enlargement of the neck is common symptoms of goiter. Okay. Now, which endocrine gland secretes growth hormone पिट्यूटरी ग्लैंड। ठीक है, नाउ नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन 76, क्वेश्चन नंबर 76, डिफिशिएंसी ऑफ ग्रोथ हार्मोन ड्यू टू चाइल्डहुड रिजल्ट इन, क्या होगा? ऑप्शन बी इज द राइट आंसर। ठीक है, excess secretion of growth hormone during the childhood may lead to gigantism. Testosterone is secreted by testes. Testosterone is mainly responsible for development of the male secondary sexual character. Okay, progesterone is secreted by ovary. Progesterone primarily regulates female secondary sexual character and menstruation cycle. Okay, insulin is produced by pancreas. The main function of insulin is regulate blood sugar level in human body. Okay, 84, a person suffering from diabetes may acquire insulin injection. Hormone secretion in the body regulate mainly by feedback mechanism. When blood glucose rises, the pancreas respond by increasing the insulin secretion. As the blood glucose return to normal, insulin secretion decreases, कम होगा. Which gland release hormone that stimulate the pituitary gland? Hypothalamus. The hypothalamus release growth hormone releasing factor when growth hormone and level become low. Option B is the right answer. Which of the following is endocrine gland? Pituitary gland. Okay. Which system is mainly responsible for rapid communication in animal? Nervous system. Which system provides slower but long-lasting coordination? Endocrine gland. Which of the following corrected compare nervous and hormonal control? B. Nervous control is fast, hormonal control is slower. Which of the following is an example of chemical coordination in plants? Action of oxygen. Which of the following is the characteristics of electrical impulse? Option B is the right, that they travel rapidly through neurons. Which statement about hormone is correct? Hormone is transported to target tissue where they produce specific effect. Option B is the right answer. Which of the following is correct matched? Okay, 97. Cytokinin cell division, सही correct है. Which statement is best examples explains the need of control and coordination, मतलब coordination in multicellular organism? 98. B. To ensure different organs work together and respond appropriately to stimuli. Okay, now next, which of the following is the best example of control coordination between the nervous and muscular system? कौन सा आंसर होगा? Option B. Withdrawal of the hand after touching a hot object. Now last question, 100 question. Which statement is the best summarize the chapter control and coordination? Plant and animal coordinate their activity using different mechanisms to respond to stimuli and maintain proper body function. Option B is the right answer. और अभी तक चैनल पर नए हो तो प्लीज़ लाइक से सब्सक्राइब जरूर कर देना और विक्रांत भैया को थोड़ा सपोर्ट दिखाना. मिलते हैं ऐसे वीडियो के लिए अगले वीडियो में. बाय बाय, थैंक यू.